Okay, here we go. Shane?
Yes, Chair, we're live.
Okay, in that case, welcome everybody to this meeting of the Licensing Subcommittee, which is being live streamed. My name is Councillor Allen. I'm the chair for this meeting. In accordance with the 2020 coronavirus regulations, this meeting is being held remotely to facilitate attendance and enable the consideration of important matters during the COVID-19 situation. For clarity, all members of the committee joining in remotely are still able to contribute and vote on any matter. I would ask all attendees tuning in to mute their microphones unless they have been invited to speak. If anybody wishes to speak, please send a message using the message icon at the bottom left of the screen indicating your wish to speak, or the hands up function, and I will invite you to turn on your microphone at the appropriate point. When you are finished speaking, please remember to turn off your microphone again. I would remind you that at the moment, members of the public may be viewing this meeting. Have we any apologies?
No, Chair.
Are there any declarations of interest? Any of the members? Ian or Councillor Dallow?
No, Chair.
Okay. We're here today for an interim summary review of a premises licence in respect of the Phoenix, Martley Road, Oldbury, B691DY. Welcome to this meeting of the Licensing Subcommittee, which again I'll say is being live streamed at the moment. First, can all members of the committee and board, etc., please introduce themselves? I will prompt each member. Councillor Dallow.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Councillor Dallow, Western Central Board.
Okay. Councillor Jones.
Councillor Ian Jones from Tipton Green.
Can I ask the officers present at this meeting to introduce themselves also? The licensing officer.
I'm Geeta Baxter, licensing officer, Sandwell Council.
Okay. Our committee legal advisor.
David Elliott, solicitor to the committee.
And the democratic services officer.
Shane Parks, Democratic Services.
Is there anybody else that I should have asked that I don't know is there but wants to say that who they are? Nicola, you want to introduce yourself?
Thank you, Councillor. Yeah, Nicola Stansby. I'm the police licensing officer for Sandwell.
Okay, thank you very much. Right, I mean, I'm ready to say we're going to call the licensing officer present to produce the initial front page. Do you want to do that, please?
Yes, hello. Thank you, Chair. An expedited review has been called by police. The decision recommendations are that the licensing subcommittee consider a summary review application submitted by West Midlands Police under Section 53A of the Licensing Act 2003 to review the premises licence in respect of the Phoenix, Martley Road, Oldbury, B69 1DY, to consider whether interim steps are necessary, taking into account the evidence presented at the hearing, the guidance issued under Section 182 of the Licensing Act, and the Council's licensing policy. The options that can be considered once evidence has been heard are detailed in paragraph 6. The purpose of the report to advise members of an application made under Section 53A of the Licensing Act 2003 for a summary review of the premises licence under 4 Phoenix, Martley Road, Oldbury, B69 1DY. The application for a summary review is being made by a senior police officer at West Midlands Police who has certified that in her option the premises are associated with serious crime and disorder. The licensing authority must, within 48 hours of receipt of the application, consider whether it is necessary to take interim steps pending determination of the review of the premises licence. The current position The application is made by West Midlands Police for a summary review of the premises licence. A copy of the application is attached at Appendix 1. A certificate has been given by a senior member of the force that, in his opinion, the premises are associated with serious crime and serious disorder. A copy of the certificate is attached at Appendix 2. The application has been served by email on the premises licence holder, Mr. Amritpal Singh. He has also been informed of the interim steps hearing by telephone call and invited to attend. The committee may consider the application without the holder of the premises licence, holder of the premises being given an opportunity to make representations. The licence was granted on 6th of May 2014. The licence was transferred to Mr. Amritpal Singh on 12th of October 2017. The current designated premises supervisor is Mr. Amritpal Singh, and Mr. Singh was specified as DPS on 12th of October 2017. The hours permitted for licensable activities are 8 a.m. to 02 a.m. Monday to Sunday, and the hours will be extended at the end of licensed hours on New Year's Eve to the start of licensed hours on New Year's Day. The opening hours of the premises are an additional 30 minutes. A copy of the current licence is attached at Appendix 3. The location of the premises can be seen on the location map provided, which is attached at Appendix 4. Alternative options. The options to the licensing subcommittee, having considered all relevant information, are as follows: to modify the conditions of the licence, to exclude the sale of alcohol by retail from the scope of the licence, to remove the designated premises supervisor, to suspend the licence. Modifications of the conditions of the premises licence can include alteration or modification of existing conditions or addition of any new conditions, including those that restrict the times at which licensable activities authorised by the licence can take place. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Greta. Now, I think this is the point where either the police or David wants to come in. So I'm not sure whether Nicola or David want to to the situation regarding the exemption of the public and press.
Yeah, the police have an application to make, so I think if Stansby, PG Stansby wants to make the application.
Yep, good afternoon, everyone. So I've made a request that this hearing be considered in private. Obviously, I'm aware the premises licence holder is here, and obviously that's fine. Basically, what we have here is a very serious incident where someone is critically ill in hospital still. It's a very emotive case at present, and it's an ongoing, very serious criminal investigation. I wouldn't want to jeopardise that. In addition to that, I have outlined as well that as the week has progressed, various things have been on social media. We have reports of CCTV on social media of the alleged offender, which that has potentially jeopardised the investigation, and it also puts the public at risk. We also had another person that was identified on social media by the community suggesting they were the offender. That person subsequently had their windows smashed in their house because they were identified. So in terms of how emotive this is, in terms of what's happened, I think that demonstrates that. And I just feel that it's in the public interest, given the stage the investigation is at. I do apologise for that. This is an operational police station, so we may have some interruptions like that. I do feel it is in the interests of the investigation and all parties that this is held privately, and you know, there's no need for the public to be admitted at this stage.
Cheers, thank you very much, Nicola. Can I ask the other two members, Ian and Dalu, are you in favour excluding the public and press from the remainder of this meeting?
I'm happy, Chair, to exclude public and press.
Councillor Dallow?
Yes.
Yeah, just to, it's probably best if I give a bit of legal advice. The hearing regulations do say you identify where the public interest is met in terms of either keeping it public or keeping it private. But I would say that in similar circumstances in the past, you have habitually gone into private session when the police are conducting a ongoing investigation into serious crime allegations.
Yeah, thank you very much, David. Obviously, I'm very much supportive of the move to go into private session. So I think we have that as another 3-0. So I will now say that the public and press be excluded from the rest of this meeting. This is to avoid possible disclosure of exempt information under Schedule 12A of the Local Government Act 1972 as amended by the Local Government Access to Information Variation Order 2006 relating to information to any action taken or to be taken in connection with prevention, investigation or prosecution of a crime.
The only other thing I would add to that is that the regulations allow you to exclude for all of the meeting or part of the meeting. So you might want to consider whether it would be appropriate for any decision made by the committee to be announced in public and public session be resumed at that stage.
Yep, indeed. Is that going to be possible, Shane?
Yes, Chair, we've got another live meeting booked in, so we can do that live.
Oh, okay, that's fine then, yeah. So in that case, can we exclude the public then from this point? You let us know when that's happened,